Happy day, children. This is Uma Vidushi, your English teacher, and in today's session, I am going to teach you about the new poem, and the name of that poem is Travel. It is written by Edna St. Vincent Millay. She was the most famous and successful poet in America. She has also won the Pulitzer Prize for her poetry, and her work reflected both traditional and modern elements of poetry. This poem, Travel, is about a deep longing to travel and desire to go out and see the world. Here in this poem, you will see that the narrator is speaking about, or Millay speaks of one narrator's unquenchable longing for the opportunity to escape from her everyday life. Now, let's come to the stanza first, as this poem consists of three stanzas and each stanza consists of 4 lines. So, let's come to the stanza first. What is this about? The railroad track is miles away and the day is long, loud with voice speaking. Yet there isn't a train goes by all day, but I hear it whistle
shrieking.
Okay, so what does this line means? This line means that the poem begins with the speaker stating that from where she lives there is a railroad track miles away, means distanced away. They are not something that she sets eyes on every day, but they do come into her thoughts more often than not, isn't it? Now, if you see the third line, here it is written, yet there isn't a train goes by all day, but I hear it whistles shrinking. Means the speaker wants to say that of all the trains that go by, there is not one that she doesn't hear. She is always able to pick out the whistle shrinking in amongst the chores of her everyday life. Means she is able to listen each and every sound which is produced, which is made by a train. One important point of setting to note that at this time the speaker does not say that there is a railroad station near her. This is only a track, and there is nowhere for the train to stop even if she could board it. So it is always moving path from her. Now, the speaker continues in paragraph stanza second, and she says, all night there isn't a train goes by, though the night is still for sleep and dreaming. Means the speaker here continues to discuss that what is the importance of this moving train to her in everyday life. It is night time at this point. She is describing that how once it gets dark, there isn't a train goes by. Means perhaps you might be thinking that the speaker is able to take a respite in these moments if it is night and she knows that no trains will be passing. Maybe that puts her at rest. But unfortunately for the speaker, this is not the case. Even though she says the night is still for sleep and dreaming. As you can see here in the second line, the night is still for sleep and dreaming. Means she sees in her mind's eyes and in dreams of her sleep its cinders red on the sky, even when there is no train there to see. She can't help imagining. She tries to say that she is unable to stop imagining the moving train, its engine streaming, and feeling the sound same way she does it in actual presence. Means here she is unable to stop her dreaming. Whole day she feels that actual present train or actual moving train is passing by her. And it is very clear from this stanza that the speaker has developed a kind of obsession with it when it comes to the train. Means she was very obsessed with the train. She loves to hear the sound produced by the train. She loves to hear everything, even in sleep, even in when she is dreaming. Every time she only thinks about the moving train. She is completely obsessed with the train because she loves to travel here and there, and she wants to go out and see the world. My heart is warm with the friends I make, and better friends I will not I will not be knowing. Yet there isn't a train I wouldn't take, no matter where it's going. Means in this final quatrain, the speaker provides you with some few clues, like why she has become so consumed with the sounds and sights of a railroad track. As she says in the first line that my heart is warm with friends I make. Means here she wants to bring up in this section that the warmth, the friendly behavior she felt toward her friend. She doesn't dislike her life. It is full of good friends that fulfills that part of her life. And then she says that and better I will not be knowing. Means now she takes step back from the first statement, as she says that there are better friends out there that she doesn't know and will not be knowing because she can't board a train. So all she want to just board a train and see the world so that she can find more better friends for her. Yet there isn't a train I wouldn't take. Now what she wants to say here, that she considered the fact that you will be very curious to know about that where these trains are going, where it is exactly that that the narrator would like to end up, no matter where it is going. And here she gave the answer that she concluded by stating that she doesn't care where the trains are going, where they are moving, are they standing or not. She would get on any of them without even considering the destination. All what she wants just to go out and to see the world, to find out new friends, to find out new